Hi, this is Suze Levin Tarot. This reading is for Taurus. Taurus, today, which is Monday, this may get posted later. This reading is going to be for November. Uh, However, when I was doing the all signs read, I felt like there was more that wanted to be tapped, but because it was an all signs read, I had to kind of keep going because I felt like if I unlocked that box, that there would be so much more. So I went ahead and pulled all these cards. Okay, so let's kind of explore them together. And then we'll do the tarot. Okay, so I did this so that we can kind of cut time here. Okay, so let's start back here. Okay, so beyond the threshold of fear. Okay, so I feel like when it comes to relationships, you've gotten past that point. And if you haven't, and you feel like you're it's like a little bit of temptation of wanting to take that step but not stepping. Okay, so now as I'm looking at it, I feel like this is looking like a little like the Hermit card. Hermit looking to the light or the sun here. Okay, so beyond the threshold of fear. So I feel like a lot of you have gone within, and I feel like some of you, that's the natural thing. Okay, comes naturally. Okay, so here we are with Hand of Fatima. Okay, so what I picked up with this is some of you might be actually interested in someone who's Spanish. Okay, so but the bigger message here is that I feel like you have a lot of healing power in your hands, and some of you might actually be doing some kind of Reiki or hands-on healing. Okay, because now that I'm looking at it, this is looking like either an eagle's face or a shape of a whale. Okay, so perhaps some of you are sound healers too. Okay, so some of you have children and they have the gift too. Okay, so it's like you're kind of passing on that knowledge. For some of you, this is your inner being, the non-physical you, connecting. Okay, so I feel like that's very important. Okay. You who show the way. Okay, so like I said, I feel like whatever you do that is for your expression, because there's a lot of yellow here, and your heart, okay, green, and then the blues, right? Okay, emotion. So I feel like whatever you do, it's like you hug people's emotions by your gentle nature, right? Your peaceful side. Okay. So through your own expression, whatever that is, whether you're a singer or healer or anything like that, you are a way shower. Okay, so you are the gift, right? Okay, so and know that. Okay, so this is meaning know. Okay, so give yourself self-love, know your worth, your self-worth, and self-esteem. Okay, so some of you strive to change the outer appearance. Okay, so some of you might have gone on diets and things like that to kind of change the appearance on the outside. But what's important is that your inner world matches the outer world. Okay, so there you go. The courage of your love. Okay, so in a previous reading, there was somebody that was interested in you, but it was like a friend. And it was like he wanted to dance with you. It was really interesting. But there was a little bit of hesitancy due to Perhaps maybe you not accepting that. Okay, so the courage of your love. Okay, so maybe a gentle encouragement would get things rolling here. Okay, so then I did a reading before. It's like whatever, if you connect with the divine in you, that emanates and then shows up in your physical reality. Okay, so there is a whole video on that. Okay. So the lion and the deer. Okay, so for some of you, this is like the hunter and the hunted. Okay, so some of you might have been connected with a fire sign. Okay. Um, Anything else am I picking up? Picking up fire today. Okay, so I feel like that's like the hunter and the hunted. So with that going on, you know, there may be a little bit of running, right? Like a chasing running thing. Okay, so the key is if you feel like you're doing that, maybe go back to figuring out your threshold of fear and seeing if you can release something that would bring you into union with that person. Okay. And here is the passion for purpose. Okay, some of you have chosen to be alone, okay, and find that that is the most peaceful place, and you wanted to put that fire towards your creation because it involves many reaching many people. So you felt like you had to give up your love relationship for one reason or another. Okay. What's interesting about that is some of you gave up your love relationship saying that you needed to focus on your creation and whatnot, but then ended up going right back to another person. Okay. All right, so here, this is interesting. We've got all this fire here. Okay, so which is good because it's better than being like non-moving, right? Okay, but we've got the fierce mother fierce, okay, and then we've got sound the fierce flute. And then here the yellow tiger mother. Okay, now what's interesting about this is that I think, yeah, I did a Scorpio birthday reading, and the tiger showed up with Shiva. Okay, energy. Okay, so perhaps you were in your opposite sign, Scorpio, a little bit. Okay, so maybe that's what that fierceness was too, part of that. Okay, but what's interesting is I don't see the water here. Okay. Oh yeah, this one right here maybe. Hand of Fatima a little bit here maybe. Okay. All right, so there's a lot of fire here. Sound the fierce flute and mother fierce. Okay, so what I want to say with this, all this fire energy, here the yellow tiger mother. Okay, so, well, of course, connect to Mother Nature. Okay, but I feel like what this is that go ahead and set your boundaries early and let people know what you will or will not desire in a relationship, because if you don't say anything and then you go down the line, you might have to bring out that fierceness, right? The side of you that you don't really want to show, I feel like. Okay. So some of you, this is that energy of standing your ground. And some of you, this is like again, wanting to do music or sound healing or something in that genre and just wanting to go towards that. And that might have meant letting go some people in the back there. Okay. What's interesting is it looks like she's holding a tower. Okay, so she's like, even though she knew it was going to bring a tower, she decided to take it. So that might have been like a divorce or a separation in love or, in the past. Okay, so some of you, it is sounding the flute. Okay, so I'm picking up for some, you're out more in the country and you would like to go towards the city. So you're putting your sound feelers out there to see where you want to go, but you want to go metro. That's the feeling I get. Okay, for some of you. All right. So, and I feel like you'll be more creative and more expressive now going into November because this is a November reading. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities for creativity in November. But I feel like go ahead and start now, and then you'll be on your way already by the time November shows up, right? Okay, and then here is the gates of heaven. Okay, so this is that opening those doors to your heart that you've closed in love so that you can fully receive that divine within you, right? And then see that divine counterpart manifest in the physical reality. Okay. All right, so that's wonderful. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. That's so beautiful. Okay. All right, let's see what influences might be coming in November. Okay. All right, so Chiron showed up. So that could be you, the healer, or it could be some of you still have residual energy from the past that you haven't completely healed. So, for example, if you, and I said this before in a Taurus reading, I know. Okay, but let's say you decided to start dating again and you find yourself pulling back. Okay, that could be because something might have hasn't been completely healed or let go of. Okay, so how do we let go of that? Figure out what you learned from that and move with that, and then release the rest. Okay. All right, and fully forgive everything. Okay, and then here's the Cancer. So this is you. Perhaps. Oh, okay, interesting. This is a November reading, but Cancer Moon is showing up here, and I felt that during the All Signs reading too. Okay, so the key is open the door to your heart, okay? And practicing, if you have a child, practicing that with your child. Like all the time, it will be more natural to you when you come together with the hunter. It looks like a Sagittarius here. Okay, so maybe that's what that was. The deer and the what was that? The lion and the deer. Okay, so the fire sign. So maybe that was a little bit of this Chiron energy. Okay, so you can go see your Chiron placement. You can put in your birth date in the computer and they'll do it for free. Okay, so you might want to check that out. Okay, but Cancer Moon coming up. So if you get an opportunity here in the next couple of days, I would at least think about being a little more spontaneous with that. Okay, that might open a door. Okay, see, then Mercury showed up. Okay, so the key is to get out and communicate. I want you to see that card. Open communication, and you have to open up to vulnerability, right, to have the kind of deep intimacy that you desire. Okay. What is he doing down here? Who is that? Okay, so sociability. Okay, so being very social with many people. Okay. All right, so there's that. Okay, so now let's look into November with tarot. Woo! It wanted to be close.